Good afternoon, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. So first and foremost, let me wish all of you a very happy Thanksgiving. As Joanne said, the Thanksgiving is the highlight of the calendar of the American Chamber. And I'm actually delighted to see so many new faces, and more importantly, a lot of old faces at this celebration today. And I hope you have a good day with your colleagues and friends. Yesterday, the government introduced the 4-year recovery plan. And the message has been a tough message. A tough message for most of the people in Ireland. But I want to take a perspective with the Chamber that is a little different. The Chinese write the word crisis with 2 strokes. 1 stroke for danger and 1 stroke for opportunity. In a crisis, there is danger, but more importantly, there is opportunity. And today, as the President of the American Chamber, I'm going to talk about this opportunity. The real economy that faces our country here in Ireland is every day when every single person goes out to work to either create a product, create a service, or buy a product or buy a service. More importantly, for those who stay at home to bring up the next generation of Irish people. For the nurses, the doctors, the teachers, and 10,000s of others who are out there to take care of the welfare of our well-being. This holistically is what drives the economy. This is what really creates the enterprise value jobs that sustain an economy. But the core of this economy is manufacturing. And in Ireland, we have to appreciate and value what manufacturing is to our economy. A lot has been said about the demise of manufacturing in Ireland, but I'm going to share some statistics with you. The total sales related to manufacturing stands at 40 billion. That's close to 25% of GDP. If you look at the total employment associated with manufacturing in Ireland, it's close to 180,000. But more importantly, if you look across the whole system of jobs that are associated with this manufacturing industry, you would add another 100,000, bringing the total number of jobs in manufacturing close to 300,000. Ladies and gentlemen, that's not a small figure. That's a significant number that's helping to drive our economy. One of the key areas of sustaining manufacturing in Ireland has been around competitiveness. Now, more importantly, why do we still have manufacturing that is such a core part of Ireland? It's key because companies are beginning to transform. They're beginning to take their own destiny. They're driving their value, their manufacturing, and their core competence at a level that creates that value proposition for their parent companies here in Ireland. We've talked a lot about competitiveness. My predecessors as President of the American Chamber have talked. In Ireland, we did lose sight of our competitiveness. Our cost structure went up. However, in the most recent IBEX study, the annual unit cost of products manufactured in Ireland in 2009 has reduced by 7%. If you put productivity as part of this improvement, the productivity since 2009 has improved by 12% and is now going to move in 2010 by 16%. These are significant numbers. These are numbers that are huge in terms of our ability to start taking our destiny and driving competitiveness so we can effectively compete in the global world, global terms. Are we there yet? Absolutely not. We have huge amount of competition that we need to compete, but we are on the right trajectory. Now, when we put these whole figures together and look at the statistics, exports, which are driven by primarily multinationals and indigenous, export numbers stood at 159 billion, or grew 6% year on year. In Q3 alone, the export figures grew by 40.4 billion, a 9% growth. This is hugely significant, and it continues to improve and create jobs. In 2011, we're going to continue to see this growth in the export sector. Our economy, as most of you would realize, is in need of recovery. The export sector is going to be pivotal, and all of us in this room have to be very, very clear that we play a very important role in driving this sector in the positive way that it can help the economy of this country recover. If I put the figures specifically to foreign direct investment in Ireland, out of the 159 billion, 110 billion came from foreign direct investment in terms of exports. You're talking 70%. That's a really powerful message in terms of what we can do to help drive and bring back what we believe as a robust economy for the future of Ireland. These foreign direct investments in Ireland created 200 or currently have 240,000 jobs. They contribute close to 19 billion in direct expenditure, 7 billion in payroll, and 73% in business R&D investment. These are staggering statistics. And if I take it a layer below and look at American multinationals, 600 companies in Ireland employing 100,000 people and have invested $165 billion. Astonishing figures. The export sector is very much alive. But to look at independent verification, we look at IBM's latest Global Location Trends report. This report has said that the one global destination for jobs by inward investment per capita ranks Ireland as #1. Now, this might surprise us, but it does. It ranks as #1 ahead of Asian countries, Eastern European countries. This is where the opportunity that lies within the future for Ireland. If you look at investments coming into Ireland, IDA announced close to 70 new investments. 40 companies, multinationals, brought in 3,500 jobs. In the toughest market, when the economy was going through huge swings, it shows the power of what we can do if we step up and lead as an organization. The American Chamber is very supportive of the government's position on the corporate tax of 12.5% as part of the 4-year recovery plan. Because based on the statistics I just shared with you, it is imperative that we keep driving the export sector so we can accelerate Ireland back to recovery. But it is important that we should continue to not rest on our laurels. We lost our competitiveness at one point. We're on the right track, but we're not there yet. And we need to keep focusing on our productivity, our wages, our cost structure, so we get back into a competitive space. And more importantly, we have to look into education and make sure we don't disinvest in education and ensure we have the right talent, the capability for the future of Ireland. And that's very important. Earlier this year, I was in Washington, D.C., and I had a chance to visit Arlington. I was at the spot where the famous inscription of John F. Kennedy's famous quote in 1961, about 50 years ago, was engraved. It stirred emotions in me as I internalized that message of, ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. Today, I stand here with the same level of emotion that stirs in me. And when I look at all of us, because today is not what about Ireland can do for us. It's about we as multinationals, as foreign direct investments who can step up and help Ireland go back into recovery. We should stand up and take this opportunity. We should go out basically to our parent companies and attract investments, attract jobs. We need to believe we can bring these jobs into Ireland. We need to believe we can retain our best talent in this country. We need to believe that we will continue to take this economy into the future with gusto and believe that the current situation doesn't hold us down, but helps us drive us to a good place. And finally, and most importantly, we must believe we can reinstate the global brand of Ireland. We must believe. We have to believe. And I ask all of us as leaders to step up and lead. Lead with a passion. Lead with a belief. Lead like we've never led before to take Ireland back to recovery. Thank you.